What's up everybody? In today's video, I'll be spending 100 days in Minecraft Pixelmon Singleplayer. We did our first video on a server, and now we're doing Singleplayer. This video has no challenge today. Please let me know in the comments which one you prefer, either playing on a server or Singleplayer. I can't thank you guys enough for the support I got in the first video. Over 200 subscribers. That's crazy. I can't thank you guys enough for it. If you are watching the video and you aren't subscribed, please make sure you check that red button and click it if you're not. It's free and you can always change your mind afterwards. Really hope you guys enjoy this video, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments on anything you think I can improve on. I really appreciate the support. Thanks guys. This is my first time playing Minecraft Pixelmon Singleplayer. I knew straight away that I wanted a fire type for my team, so I went with Scorbunny on this one. I saw the Skiddo straight away and thought, great, a grass type, but it ended up being way too high level for me to attack. So I mined some wood. But while mining, I did get to my first battle. This really weird textured cat pea. It's level 7, and I thought this was my best chance of winning my first battle. And I actually ended up winning this one. I then went on a bit of a killing spree, just finding loads of bug type Pokemon, which I thought were really easy to kill. This ended up being a lot of Spoopers, Cocooners, and anything that was just low level and a bug type. After crafting some tools, I went back on my killing spree. After all this, I got my Scorbunny all the way to level 11. On the first day, I was really happy with this. I finished off my first day of looking into the moonlight, which was really cool, this texture pack and also these shaders. I then found myself in this little cave, where I decided to craft myself some stone tools, as well as craft myself up a furnace, so that if I got any apricons, I could cook them and make myself some Pokeballs. I then found these Thunderstone shards on the floor when I was climbing up a mountain. I was really happy, because some of my favourite Pokemon evolved through a Thunderstone. And I then got a little bit too eager to level up my Scorbunny, and tried to take on this level 12 trainer. She had a level 12 Dratini, which is a Dragon Tail. This was my first loss, and me and Scorbunny were devastated. Not to mention, at this point, I was really low on food and had no Pokemon to fight. After trekking around for a while, I found myself in a dark oak forest, which had these mushroom trees, which meant I could craft myself up some mushroom soup. I did end up changing my difficulty to peaceful later on in the video, but that's not for a little while, so now I have to worry about food. I found this cool looking Magikarp as well when I was booming across the water. And when I entered it, I found myself finding some great loot in there, with a few good rods and other goodies. I took most of it, but my inventory was already pretty full, so I couldn't take all of it on. I also didn't realise at the time there was fish in there, which meant food. And yeah, I just didn't take it for some reason. I'm not sure why. Anyways, after finally landing ashore on this beach, it ended up leading into a desert, which was really cool. Had a little bit of a look around, did see this raid den which I did want to try, but I thought better of it. Anyways, after not long, I found myself finding a Pokemon Center. Finally, I could heal my Scorbunny up, not to mention it had a village with it. After looking around, there was a diamond hammer in the chest, which meant it would be really easy to craft some Pokeballs. After selling a few items as well, this meant I could actually buy some Pokeballs, which was really good. I could actually add to my team instead of just having Scorbunny. There was this gym here as well, which ended up being a ground gym, which I was really excited for. However, for some reason I thought I could take on a ground gym with my Scorbunny, a fire type. I don't think I'm okay today. Obviously I lost quite easily. I knew I had to go catch a new team member if I wanted to win this. And I couldn't believe it when I found a shiny Geodude. Just roaming around, I was just so confused when I saw it. I entered the battle with it, but I was really scared of my self-destruct. I ended up killing my Scorbunny, so I just had to throw Pokeballs at it. I was so happy when I threw my first Pokeball at it, and it actually caught. My first Pokemon that I caught in the wild was a shiny Pokemon. Not to mention this thing could evolve straight away into a Graveler, already being level 25. I then decided I wanted to try and raid den with my Score Bunny against this Clobbopus. And after winning it, I was really happy with it. My first raid den, and it was a success. I then tried this level 4 raid dungeon, which was a Mandibuzz. This was really pushing my limits. But for some reason, it just couldn't attack anything. It kept trying to, but couldn't actually hit anything. I don't know what was going on, but we just ended up winning the battle, which was absolutely amazing for me. I did end up trying to catch the Mandibuzz as well, but I couldn't believe the loot I actually got. A Dust Stone, loads of XP candies, Brave Bird, such good items. Straight after the battle as well, it was amazing because my Judo leveled up to 26, which meant it would evolve into a Graveler. After failing to catch it though, we finally get to see the evolution. There it is as well, my first ever Pokemon evolution in single player. I straight away after used the XP candies that I got from the Mandibuzz battle to level up my Score Bunny, which evolved it into a Raboot straight after as well. This is so cool, my starter Pokemon already evolving this early on. I couldn't wait to go take on that ground gym straight afterwards. I then used the other XP candy, which meant both my Pokemon level 26. This was really good. This meant it would be much easier to catch Pokemon later on. I went out and did find myself a Mareep and a Baltoy after this, but I ended up using the Slash Trade Sim, which meant I could evolve my shiny Graveler into a shiny Golem. Already, a final evolution, and it's my shiny Pokemon as well. I then had a TM for Earthquake, which I knew straight away I wanted to teach this to Golem. After having a Golem now with Earthquake, I knew I was ready to take on the ground gym. I've given you guys a little bit of a speed up here, me going through all these trainers, as it was super fun, but they were really low level compared to my Golem and everything. Anyways, I managed to make it through, and there was this cool little drop down area which led me to the gym leader. I was ready for this. Only level 15, I felt pretty confident going into this battle. I knew though he had that Dynamax band. However, it was a pretty easy win for me, which gave me the Earth Badge, my first Pokemon badge in this world already. I then found this boss Patriarchy, which I knew was going to be difficult, level 62. However though, luckily with Golem having Earthquake and everything, the win, it came pretty quickly. And after winning the battle, I got some goodies for winning. A Poisonium Z, which meant that I could use my first ever Z move as well. I then went exploring and found this new village, and I thought this would be a perfect place to set up camp. By selling a few more items, which meant I could buy a few more Pokeballs as well. But instead, I went to buy a booster pack, as these were new to the game. I love collecting Pokemon cards in real life as well. However, the pack I got, I'm pretty sure it was rigged. It wasn't a great pack, but there were some cool Pokemon like Wartortle, and also Nidoking in here. I find this really cool though that Pixelmon have done this. They've got Pokemon cards from real life and put them in the game. Like you can see the Mr. Fuji and the Shelder are both from the Fossil Edition. After this I found this Boss Ponyta as well, and my Golem once again took it out. This was an amazing capture. I can't believe it was my shiny Pokemon as well that I had, and it was destroying absolutely everything that I found. After this as well, it gave me a Scroll of Darkness, which meant if I ever caught a Kubfu, I could evolve it into an Urshifu. I then managed to beat this Tailor in a raid den, which I was really happy about, and it gave me a small XP candy. It doesn't seem like much now, but what this meant is I could evolve my Mareep into a Flaffy, which was amazing, another evolution. I also didn't anticipate how big this Flaffy would be, which is getting me really scared of how big Ampharos is going to be. Like, look at this thing. It's already the size of me. Ampharos is going to be double me at the end of this. I then decided it was time for some mining, and I found a double spawner. In normal Minecraft, this would have been amazing. However, in the chest, it gave me some good Pokemon goodies, like some plates, not to mention a conveyor belt, which meant I could get the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh if I waited around it enough. However, while mining and getting some gold, I found myself in a bit of a tricky situation.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, I'm definitely having keep inventory on after that. Anyways, I ended up completing my first ever quest for somebody, which gave me some glowstone, which gave me the idea, I want to go to the Nether now. It's my first time entering the Nether on this game, so I didn't know where my spawn was going to be. However, I did end up being pretty happy with my spawn. It was quite a nice open area. I know I wanted some quartz, so I wanted to put my house out of quartz. But I got really scared because I just had the gold incident, and then this happened while I was mining the quartz. I did not want to die and lose my stuff again. Anyways, I absolutely sniped this boss Banette from a distance. I knew I wanted to beat it, but yeah, I didn't even do one bit of damage to it. However, while in the Nether, I did find myself catching a Ghastly. Not to mention, after catching the Ghastly, I got myself a Runerigus. This thing was level 37. One of my highest level, if not my highest level Pokemon at the moment. My chest definitely needs some organising after this. But, first things first, I needed to craft myself an enchantment table. This is so I can enchant my diamond hammer so that creating Pokeballs could go even faster than they already do. This will give me a better chance to catch more Pokemon later on as well. After constructing it, I got straight to work. I took a risk going for the Unbreaking 3, but luckily I also got Efficiency 4, which was perfect for this diamond hammer. I then started on making some Pokeballs after this. I got my apricons right, I made some discs, and got to work with it. I then constructed myself a PC, so that any Pokemon that weren't currently in my party went to the PC, and now I could access them. This was great, I had more choices than just the ones in my party now. I then ran exploring the village for a bit, trying to see if I could find any more quests, and I eventually did find a quest, and it's for a Dynamax band. So once this quest was all completed, I'd be able to Dynamax all my Pokemon, and even Gigantamax. This meant I had to defeat 94 Pokemon and capture 34 for my first quest. I got straight to work with defeating this Togedemaru. Not to mention, after defeating it, it was amazing. So my starter was finally evolving Rabu into a Cinderace. This was so cool to already have my starter Pokemon fully evolved, and was to learn Pyroble, a really strong fire type move. It's quite funny how small my Cinderace was as well, to be honest. I thought it'd be a lot bigger. I then went to construct an apricot farm, so I got straight to work with it. I then started the construction of a nice little area to put my apricons and everything, just down by the lake. I really like the design I came up with. It was pretty basic and a lot of people use it, I know, but I thought it would really work for the area. I then made sure I organised all my apricons nice and neat so they'll be all in the same row, so reds would go in one area, blues would go in one area, and so forth. I then went out exploring again and found this new village with a gym which was absolutely massive. It looked like a fire gym, but I wasn't just sure yet. Once I healed my Pokemon up, I found this man who had a quest for me, and it's for the legendary bird trio, which meant I had to find an orb. Not to mention, it was for Zapdos, my favourite one of the three. I was so excited for it. I then found a boss Alakazam, who was absolutely huge. Once again, I thought I could beat him, but I, again, did 0 damage. I was right though, it is a fire gym, and I was super excited to go take it on, because I knew my golem would absolutely defeat everything in here. So I got straight to work with it, and made my way all the way to the top. Once again though, the gym was only level 24, so it was a pretty easy win. After defeating it though, my Runeriga's leveled up, and I also got a new TM for Firefang and a new badge. After all that, I decided it was time to make my way home and heal up my Pokemon after that long journey. However, I went out doing some Dynamax battles and got myself a few XP candies. While in this Flower Forest, I decided it was time to get my Flaffy into an Ampharos. Let's just see how big this thing ends up. Straight away when this thing was evolving, I knew it was going to be more than double me. Just kept going up and up and up. And yeah, it was absolutely huge. I ended up mining a little bit more. There was a Thunderstone and a Moonstone while down here. However, my inventory filled up quite quickly, and I couldn't even pick up any items from this Clink that I killed. Once I got back though, I decided it was time to make myself a new PC. This PC is so that I can carry it around everywhere, and I can change my Pokemon out anywhere I want. After being this elegant Dynamax battle as well, my Ghastly evolved into a Haunter. I then found this boss Urskit right near my apricorn farm. I'm pretty sure he was trying to eat them or something. However, I did end up defeating it after a long time. I got myself another Poison Z, so it wasn't really worth the battle. To try and catch this Delibird in a Dynamax battle, I saw a Charizard flying around in the wild. I couldn't believe it, a wild Charizard. I knew I had to chase this thing down because it would be my first flying type Pokemon that I could actually ride. Just too high to hit though. And while chasing it down, I was super gutted when that happened. However, all was not lost. I found this Pokemon Center just in the middle of nowhere, and I saw a Zacian in the forest. I saw it spawned, and I was looking everywhere for it. I found it straight away, and wanted to try and capture it. I know I didn't stand much of a chance, but I thought maybe, just maybe I could. This thing just ended up being too strong, and yeah, I couldn't really get anything off with it. Just killed me over and over again, it seemed. However, I did see a shiny Beedrill off in the distance while trying to make my way back, but I had no Pokemon, they were all fainted, so I just had to run after it and throw Pokeballs at it. After finally catching up to it and everything, I did end up catching it. Already my second shiny Pokemon. I couldn't believe how lucky I was getting with these. While the Pokemon Center though, I then decided to try and go across the river, but I saw behind me on the map in the top right that there was a Mega Venusaur, so I knew I had to try and battle it. So I made my way around for it, and saw it was actually killing itself in a tree, so I had to try and defeat it. However, I lost the first time, but I soon realised that this Venusaur couldn't actually hit a Ghost type Pokemon, so I quickly went and grabbed my Haunter from the PC. Once I did that, it was a really long battle because this thing was level 88 and Haunter was only level 25, but it just couldn't hit me, so I did end up winning it. My first Mega Stone as well. Venusaur. I saw this as a huge turning point, as it gave me access to Mega Evolution. I had a few Pokemon in my team that might be able to Mega Evolve, like Absol, Ampharos, and also Gengar if I got it. And after defeating this Golbat in this Dynamax battle, I got an Orb for the challenge. This meant I could actually start my quest on getting Zapdos. I knew straight away with this as well. I've got the Thunderstone, so I made my way over to my Pokemon Center, and I made the Static Orb. I then decided it was time for a few evolutions. The main one for me was my Cottonee into a Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a super fast Pokemon, not to mention it had the ability Prankster, which meant any status effects moves, it would go first on no matter what. So things like Stun Spore, or even if it could learn Spore, it would go first every time. It's a bit upset with the nature though, because it had a lowered speed. But it did have Prankster. I then found this ultra space wormhole. I'd seen a few of these before, but I never was able to get into them. This one, I climbed all the way up to it, and managed to make it. However, I soon fell out of the world, which was really upsetting. I was trying to jump across somewhere, but I couldn't make it. I ended up making my way though back to this desert, and it gave me 15 beast balls. I then found this Mega Ampharos, and I knew I had to defeat this because I had the Mega Stone if I won. Not to mention, I had my own Ampharos. And once again, this thing couldn't hit Runerigus. So I managed to kill it and got myself Ampharosite, which meant I could finally get my first Mega Evolution Pokemon. I was super happy at this point. My first Mega Evolution Pokemon. While exploring as well, I saw a Braviary, but it wasn't just any normal Braviary, it was a new Hisuian form. Which is super cool, a flying psychic type. I knew I had to catch this. Super hard climbing the mountain, and I honestly thought it was going to despawn on me if I didn't get to it soon. Luckily though, it didn't. Not to mention, there was 2 of them there. When I actually got into the battle with it, I saw its level, and oh my god, 59! My highest level Pokemon. I straight away caught in the quick, which made me super happy. You know, I had to get it out straight away. So, I did exactly that. Decided to take it for my first flight. Kept making these really weird noises every time I fly though. Anyways, I decided to set myself a mini challenge inside of this video. And it was basically, I had a Pokemon pack, and whatever I got in the pack, I had to end up catching throughout the video. So, for the rest of this video, it meant I had to catch myself a Vileplume, a Drowsy, Eevee, Dragonair, Abra, and finally, a Charmeleon. I caught the Soddish that I'd hopefully later on evolve it into a Vileplume. Got my first tick on the list with an Abra. After this I found myself another Ultra Space Wormhole, but...
Nope. 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 Nope.
Finally getting inside of it, I found myself with an ice gym in the Ultra Space, which was really weird and new for me. Anyways, after climbing all the way to the top, the gym leader wasn't too hard, only having level 16 Pokemon. It meant I got a new badge. I then found this Crystal Onyx when I got back to the overworld, and it looked so cool. I didn't think these things were actually in Pixelmon. I remember watching Pokemon as a kid and seeing the episode with the Crystal Onyx, and this just brought back so many memories for it. Soon then found a Snorlax as well. I knew I wanted to catch this thing. Not to mention, it had the item leftovers, which meant every turn it would gain a little bit of a Telta back. I did end up actually catching it, and my Abra evolved from it as well, which gave me a Kadabra. After this, I chased down the man who gave me the challenge for the Dynamax, and there we go. I now have a Dynamax band. Amazing! I knew I had to go test out straight away, so I tested a Sapling, and this was super cool. I was really happy to finally have it. I also tried to make this little sort of fossil thing or area in the base. I wanted to make it a bit more homely. Now look at it, it does look a little bit silly. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I also tried to make this little shrine area as well, which I thought was really cool. I was just trying to make the area, like I say, just a bit more homely and feel like my village. I ended up going back into Ultra Space once again. This one's a lot easier to get back into. I then found a mushroom spawn island, which was really cool, and found one max mushroom piece. This meant if I collected 3 of these and put them into a bowl, it meant I could Gigantamax one of my Pokemon. One of these Pokemon I could Gigantamax is Cinderace. I ended up changing on my shaders for this in the Ultra Space, and it made the whole area really clear, which was super cool. It meant I didn't have that weird fog. I ended up finding this water gym as well in Ultra Space. That's 2 gyms on Ultra Space and 2 gyms in the overworld. Managed to defeat it pretty easily once again. I got myself the rain badge. That's now 4 badges I'm up to. I then finally managed to get myself in a light trap, finding an end city. I found a few of them, but none with an end city which had the elytras. I just got a few goodies in here as well. And I just decided to head on out. While on my last explorations on Ultra Space, I saw a Suicune spawn in the biome that I was in. I knew I had to go searching for it. I soon found it. I thought this was finally my chance to actually catch a legendary Pokemon as well. Got super ready for this battle, so jumped and went straight into it. And I'll be honest, it was one of the easiest captures I've ever had. I got it super low, paralysed it, and caught it. Instantly brought it out of the PC, and I was super happy that I had this. My first legendary Pokemon, a Suicune. I then decided to make myself a badge case so that I could hold all my badges and see them all at once. Right now we have 4. Let's try and get that one more before the end of the video. I then caught a Charmander for the challenge, and I also caught a wild Vileplume. That's 2. Just had to evolve my Charmander to a Charmeleon to make it 3. But I couldn't believe when there was an Electro right next to my Vileplume. And this was Mega Boss Mewtwo. And I got really scared. But I thought, you know what? We've got to try and win this battle. We haven't beat one of these Mega Bosses in a while. Again, I did 0 damage. Just don't mess with the Mewtwo, I guess. Then we had Charmander, and we evolved him into Charmeleon. I'll be honest, I honestly prefer Charmeleon to Charizard though. It's a bit of a weird one, but I really love Charmeleon's design and how it looks. Anyways, that's 3 on our list now for our card hunt. I then went off excavating a little bit because I thought it's about time I actually build a house and stop living in this Pokemon Center. I haven't found this legendary boss Slowbro, level 110. And thanks to Suicune having Mirror Coat, I knew I could win this battle. Psyche me, I just lived. Mirror Coat doubles damage, and I actually killed it. I thought I had no chance otherwise. I then decided to use some of my quartz to make these pillars and start building the house. While building the house though, I found this Drowsy, and I knew it was on the card hunt. So at this point, I caught it. And now, that's 4 for our card hunt list. I then went searching again and found the Surfench dungeon. I should really get back to building this house, but I couldn't believe it what happened in this Surfench dungeon. Finally managing to kill it, I managed to get myself 2 ability patches. It's like an ability capsule. Instead, it just gives me the special ability of the Pokemon. This means that things like Greninja can teach it Protein. And for me, I can teach my Cinderace Libero. Libero is basically just a protein version for Cinderace. It's amazing. So whatever type attack he uses, it means that he's going to become that type. Then finally decided it was time to start building the house. It's been a little while since I've actually done any building, but you know, I thought I'd just try and make my own design, try and make something a little bit funky, I guess. Anyways, here's a small montage of me mining up all the quartz. This was my overall haul from what I got in the Nether and everything. I was pretty happy with the amount. I definitely thought this would be enough quartz to be able to complete my house. Running up the last few quartz, I got so many stacks, I was sure I was fine. Anyways, here's a little bit of a building montage. Putting them in one by one. And like I said, I didn't really have an idea of how I wanted to build it, but I just sort of went with what I had. You know how I said I'm pretty sure I had enough? I had nowhere near enough. I would have to go back in the Nether for some more later on. Right now, I wanted to go back to finding some more Pokemon. And I did find myself an Eevee. And this thing was another Pokemon on the card hunt. That's 5. It literally just left the Dratini to catch them. While exploring as well, I found a man who was doing another orb. And it was for Articuno this time. If I completed this on and Zapdos, that would just leave Moltres. I then got myself a Frostlass, and while catching it, I found an Entei. And it was right next to an Arceus Arc Shrine. But unfortunately, I just couldn't capture it. It just would not stay in any of the Pokeballs. I knew I had to go back home, and I'd have to craft up a load more Pokeballs. After this, I killed this boss Flappy, Electrike. I was just going around killing loads of different Pokemon, trying to level up a little bit. I didn't really level that much, but I leveled quite enough. I then found this War Turtle, which I was quite happy about, another Kanto starter, but I couldn't catch it unfortunately. However, what was to come next was really cool. I managed to find a Mesa biome, and I found myself a Shelgon. That can evolve into Salamence, and Salamence is one of my favourite Pokemon. It's right up there on my top 3, I'd say. I caught the Shelgon, I was really happy about it. I then found this Urshifu tower, which was really cool. I took the scroll, and I had the Scroll of Waters. I have both scrolls now. I then ended up finding a second one as well, for another Scroll of Waters. This meant if I got 2 Kubfus, I could get both Urshifus. I then tried to try and fish for my Dratini, but ended up getting myself an Alpha Shard instead. I was going to go down there, but I was fishing for so long, there was just so many items down there that I had to sort of fish out again. I then completed Kurt's challenge, which gave me a GS ball. I just had to basically make him loads of Pokeballs, different types, love balls, fast balls, everything. It gave me a GS ball. I knew I had to go back to the Alex Shrine to be able to summon Celebi. Wasn't quite sure how to do it, but I managed to figure it out in the end. I then tried a few quick balls with it, but they weren't working, so I managed to just capture it in an Ultra Ball. To make my way back, I thought I'd just see how the Celebi looked, and it was really small. I then did a little bit more grinding once again to try and get my levels even higher, and I wanted to get myself Shelgon evolving into Salamence, and we were getting super close with it. Finally, I got enough XP candies and rare candies to evolve Shelgon into Salamence. And he was huge. I knew I had to take him for his first flight straight away, just like I did with Braviary. I think I found my new main flyer. While exploring the ocean as well, I found this massive whale lord, which I couldn't believe. But behind it was even more unbelievable. A Dratini. I needed this for the card hunt. It was the first one I had seen on my single player world. I got into a battle with it, and I actually caught it. I was quite surprised how fast it was. I thought it would take me a little while. After this, I found a dungeon, which had an Espeon in it. I was really deciding what I wanted my Eevee to turn into, and Espeon was one of the choices that I wanted it to be. But unfortunately, I didn't catch this one, so maybe I will have to turn my Eevee into an Espeon. I then re-entered Ultra Space. And after this, I sort of just found loads of little dungeons and everything. This one had a sky plate, not to mention, in this little cave while I was exiting, I realised I had enough XP candies to evolve my Dratini into a Dragonair. This would complete our card hunt, and we still had a few days left. There it is, the completed team. I was really happy that we actually managed to complete that mission for this 100 days. I then went off and found a Buzzwole in this jungle, and he just hurt himself. But I did manage to catch him in one of these beast balls. Really handy that I managed to get 15 of them. After I went home and healed, I ended up getting myself back into Ultra Space once again. This time I found a Pheromosa, 2 Ultra Beasts so close together, and I hadn't seen one in here before. Once again, I used one of the beast balls and caught it again. I now had a choice between Pheromosa or Buzzwole. Who do I want on my team? They're both bug fighting and they're both pretty good. I then managed to find this Arc Shrine in Ultra Space, and it was really cool. I wasn't quite sure what it was like and how it was different to the other one. But right next to that one, there was another one, 2 next to each other, literally within the same run distance. I went back to my old mushroom and I realised I didn't actually explore it that well. So I actually managed to find another 2 pieces. And this meant that I could go back and actually make the max mushrooms. I could have had this so early on in the video. I only just get it now. I really need to actually use my exploring a bit more. I used it straight away on my Cinderace though. This meant he now had the Gigantamax factor, so he could be even stronger and have his special move. I then decided that my Eevee was best to be turned into a Vaporeon, and I now decided it was time to test out my G-Max Cinderace. There we are. He is so cool looking. I'm so glad I chose Cinderace as my starter. It's almost a perfect raid dungeon, so I managed to beat the Chestnut. It's just unfortunate that I couldn't end up catching it. I then decided to roll a Magneton into the Magnetone. And I decided that it was time to tear down one of the old Pokemon centers and Pokemon marts in one of the other villages, because I don't use them anymore, and mine it for all its quartz. This meant I had enough to complete my house. I was pretty happy with how this house did end up looking and everything, and it took me a really long time to build. I just felt there was more I could have done with it. But at the end of it, considering I only used quartz, I'm pretty happy with how my first house turned out to be. I'll show you guys a little bit around the house as well. It ended up looking a little bit like a hat, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out and everything. Got a little viewing point to see the village and if there's any wild Pokemon coming up on us. And it just feels really homely. I then decided that I had to buy a few more Pokeballs if I wanted to be able to catch any more legendary Pokemon I find. And I did find a Zacian Raid Den, but this thing, it was so strong, I got so close. I'm sure we'll get one right at the end. I then decided to make a few more Pokeballs like that. And this was my overall haul, really. I then went out exploring on my Salamence and just found loads of different things. Like this desert temple, and then I found a new village. Got a few extra resources in here as well. I then caught this wild Dracolock as well, which could evolve into Dragon Ball. Then found a new Mesa. Just really explore a load of areas. Another desert temple which had a GS ball for me, so if I went to find another Celebi shrine, I could get another Celebi. And I came along this gym. It was a steel gym. The 5th gym. This is just what I wanted for the video. 5 gym badges. This trainer also had a shiny bronze on. I was super jealous because we had only had 2 shinies in this video. Tried the gym leader. While doing so, a Hooper spawned. I was really shocked and I was really confused what to do. So I didn't want to let the Hooper despawn. At the same time, I didn't want to lose this gym battle. I zoomed out a little bit to see if I could see it, and I actually did. It's right next to the gym. I did end up losing this battle anyways, but I didn't want the Hooper despawn, so I had to run after it with no Pokemon that were alive. They were all fainted. I didn't really know what to do. I was just sort of running around it in a bit of a panic. So I just decided that I had to start throwing a few Pokeballs at it in hopes that I'd actually catch it. Keep forgetting though until a little while after, I had a PC on me. So I switched in a few of my Pokemon and decided to whittle away its health a little bit. But this thing took really long to catch. And I mean really long. Got this thing pretty low on the health and everything. Just taking forever. I don't know why it wouldn't catch. The scary thing is it had Destiny Bond. So if I had accidentally killed it at a point, it would have killed me. Anyways, after that absolutely huge haul of trying to capture it, and failing over and over again, getting lucky with it missing attacks, I finally managed to capture it in an Ultra Ball. I was so happy. When I went to check in the PC, it was actually holding the prison ball. This meant I could make it unbound and make it huge. Little Hooper to big scary Hooper. He was so awesome. I was really happy to have him. It was definitely my strongest Pokemon. I decided with Hooper, I was definitely going to be able to take on this gym. However, when I got up there and went into the battle, I'll be honest, Cinderace, he sort of sold the show on this one. He G-Maxed and just absolutely obliterated this guy's entire team. Didn't even end up using Hooper. I was a little bit upset, but I was also super happy. So that was our 5th gym badge. Even though I didn't get to use Hooper, we now had 5 gym badges. Before you know it, we were at 100 days. But I didn't get to use Hooper, so I thought I may as well just fly him all the way back home. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. I still want to do a few things in these 100 days. I can get to use Hooper, and there's also Zapdos to find. So if you guys do want to see another 100 days here, please just leave it in the comments section. I've got a few other video ideas that I want to do as well, so it will come in the near future, I'm sure. Anyways guys, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.